Hi, this is Coach Ed. Welcome to the 3 Pathways to a Resilient Life. You're here because you want to learn more about this silent tragedy affecting our children. 3 years ago, I was in the pit of despair for 6 months, dealing with anxiety and depression. My psychiatrist, therapist helped me out of that pit, but I also did some independent research on my own, and what I found out was just absolutely amazing. The severity of this problem across the board, but it's especially acute among our young people. As this quote says, we have a problem in our country with a lack of knowledge and understanding about emotions and how to be with our emotions. But the changes that we've seen in our modern world over the last 20 years have increased the toxic elements in our environment that impact our stress levels and our emotional responses. It's quite a problem. Now you add the pandemic, and it just supercharged all that. So we have lots of volatility now, and emotional volatility. Let's go back to that baseball game where the pitcher was struggling. The coach decided to pull him. He told him to get out of your head. Well, that young man went to third base and he continued to struggle. He was not in the game. His focus was not there. Eventually, the coach pulled him out, gave him a real tongue lashing, and again told him to get out of his head. You have to get out of your head. Not once did he ever say how you're supposed to do that. Do you know an 11-year-old who knows how to do that? Not at all. It's just another way of saying stuff it, forget about it, suppress it. It's not such a big deal once in a while, baseball game, but regularly when we stuff our feelings, especially those feelings like of anger, anxiety, when we try to ignore them, stuff them, it just builds, one upon the other. And it's dangerous over time because what happens is that build just grows and it's like a volcano. It explodes, the pressure builds, and an explosion happens. We're seeing that all over the place now, aren't we? Brawls, fights, stabbings, beatings, shootings. I can't believe how full the news is of those kinds of violent acts. Most tragic for me is the story of the 13-year-old boy in Pennsylvania who was arguing with his brothers because they were jumping on his bed and he was getting upset and they wouldn't stop. He went and got the family gun, which was available to him. It was not secured. It was loaded. And he thought he was just going to scare his brother, but he pointed the gun and allegedly he shot his brother in the head. Just ponder that for a minute. That is tragic. This is a disaster in the making. I hope you'll continue on down this page, learn some more, and we will then get to solving this problem hopefully together.